Welcome to Pat Gray Unleashed.
Yeah, it's exactly what it is. Pat Gray Unleashed. Thanks for being here. 888-900-3393. Pat Unleashed on Twitter. I love this new coloring book from our friend Chris Brady, who does show prep for Glenn, a lot of the shows. He has done a coloring book. Joe Biden hides classified documents.
I love this.
So fun. From BidenColoringBooks.com. So you got to find the hidden documents. Can you find it on the cover there? Sticking out his ear?
Yeah, I think, like you said, the easiest way to do this, to get this, is BidenColoringBooks.com. I was emailing back and forth with Chris last night. His only goal is to pass, I haven't even checked it, I guess Barack Obama in the political books.
Okay.
He's like right behind Obama. I don't know what Obama's done recently, but anyway, he's right behind him. He's like, if I could just be past Obama, that would be great. So BidenColoringBooks.com. Get yours today, Chris Brady.
It's great.
Blaze employee here.
He's got a bunch of quotes in here, too, from Biden. In 2012, Politico wrote a ridiculous article about Biden stating, women born before the baby boom generation seem to have a collective crush on a handsome vice presidential candidate with piercing blue eyes and a wide smile who likes to talk about government benefits for seniors. It continues, it's undeniable that he's a little different than the other candidates on the presidential ticket. The vice president is a big flirt.
Oh, gosh. No, there's a difference.
And then you got a coloring book there. You can.
He's creeptacular.
Part lizard there.
Oh, that's
that
good.
One.
See, I just randomly opened it up while you were talking, and I ended up on a page that says, help me. And
yeah, it's a little girl.
It's three girls. Like, oh no, what is happening? This old man is right next to me. He's behind me. I can feel him closer. Oh, yep. So that's fun.
It's fun for the whole family. So there you go.
BidenColoringBooks.com.
Really fun. So yesterday, Speaker Kevin McCarthy, who's done I got to admit, pretty good job so far. I think he had to. They kind of forced him into it. He made an agreement that struck the compromise that got him elected. And now he's following through, though. But anyway, McCarthy sent a letter to Democrat leader Hakeem Jeffries about removing Schiff and Swalwell from the Intelligence Committee. So great. It reads, Dear Leader Jeffries, thank you for your letter dated January 21st, 2023, regarding Representatives Schiff and Swalwell. I appreciate the loyalty you have to your Democratic colleagues, and I acknowledge your efforts to have two members of Congress reinstated, the House Permanent Select Committee on Intelligence. But I cannot put a partisan loyalty ahead of national security.
Thank you.
And I cannot simply recognize years of service as the sole efforts or the sole criteria for membership in this essential committee. That is so true. He says integrity matters. Well, here's, Swalwell is a guy who slept with a Chinese spy for 2 years. Why would anybody want him on the Intelligence Committee or in Congress at all?
Yeah, and Kevin McCarthy didn't mince words yesterday when he was asked about this, because a reporter was like, okay, so if integrity matters, then why don't you explain George Santos? And McCarthy is like, I don't know. Do we have the clip ready in there, Jake? I don't know. I just heard it. Okay, there's an issue with the computer. Of course there is. So anyway, when we play this clip, the energy demonstrated by Kevin McCarthy is so awesome. And I want more of this. And I want more of, like, the Josh Hawley introducing the bill, calling it the Pelosi Act, a bill to ban stock trades by lawmakers and spouses. I mean, I need this. This is a good start for Kevin McCarthy. And so this is good. And so yesterday when they did this press conference and stuff, it was a breath of fresh air. And I want to see more of this.
So do I.
What's going on?
I want to see less of spilling stuff on my shirt while I'm
bro.
here.
Let's
Just
see.
taking a drink here. Can
You
you,
wanna-
can you see that?
Yeah, I see.
Yeah.
Can you see this over here,
I just-
camera guy?
Spilled
See,
all over.
he got drink all over his shirt.
I've got a drinking problem.
You want a-
I can't get it in my mouth. That's the problem.
Do you want can I interest you in a Blaze Media jacket for the rest of the show?
Maybe if we'll see if it dries.
See if it dries.
We'll all follow it together. We'll see if it dries.
See, unlike the floor over here that will never dry apparently. There's something growing
Isn't that weird?
on the floor.
It's just permanently there now.
See, okay. I think it started to grow again. I
Really?
think it's coming out. Just help us.
I don't know.
This is our
It might
entertainment
be,
here.
but it's been like that for a long time.
It's been like that for a long time.
We thought it was going to grow and encompass the whole room, but it hasn't.
The blob.
It hasn't yet.
No, but I swear, I think it's come out a little further from like before Christmas.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe. Anyway, back to the Schiff drama. Adam Schiff responded to McCarthy with a tweet. Kevin McCarthy just kicked me and Representative Swalwell off the Intelligence Committee.
Good.
This is petty political payback for investigating Donald Trump.
No.
If he thinks this will stop me, he will soon find out just how wrong he is.
What's that mean?
I will always defend our democracy. Well, that's good because we don't have one. So you just keep doing that and see where that gets you. You dumb douchebag.
Oh, yeah.
Come on.
That'll work. So, any update on the McCarthy presser yesterday? Or has he got a?
On whether or not we can play it? Is that what you're looking for?
I'm having a lot of words in my ear. Can you just reboot it if it's frozen? Okay, he's gonna reboot it and then we'll go from there.
All right.
Well, there's we can get a new gerbil. They just bought a new batch of gerbils out here. We can put one in the wheel here. Get it going.
Probably should do that.
Boy, that Commodore 64 is a problem. Yeah, but we do need to play the...
Who knew that, a computer from 1982 wouldn't still be doing the job in 2023? I thought it would last virtually forever. But I guess we were wrong on that.
Yeah.
Maybe we should update. I don't know.
Sell some more coloring books and help us out, Chris Brady.
Thank you. Yes, that would be ideal. So McCarthy laying down the smack and taking people off committees that he said he was going to.
And he's also holding firm on negotiating the debt ceiling. Okay, we hit the debt ceiling.
Oh, right.
And he's like, okay, look, when you hit your credit card limit, you don't just get to extend it out.
Right.
You figure out ways to save money.
Right.
And eventually, when the computer's working, you'll see the incredible hypocrisy, no surprise here, from Joe Biden on this issue, and how he has been in a position of negotiating before, saying that's how you do it. But I'm telling you, man, right now, he's firm because the Marxists are in his ear and saying, no, we're not negotiating the debt ceiling. We're going to keep spending. In fact, some Democrats say there should be no debt ceiling at all. I mean, what the hell? I mean, help.
It should just be an infinite debt.
Yeah.
And right now, really,
Effectively,
it is.
it is.
Because every time they get to this so-called ceiling, they raise the ceiling. I'm sorry, we haven't raised the ceiling the whole time we've been here. Why? Because it's unraisable. I mean, you could remodel and redo the whole building and raise the ceiling, but eventually you're going to run out of ceiling. And we should have done that a long, long time ago. And again, we haven't had a budget. This is why we continue to raise the ceiling. We don't have a budget. How can you not have a budget?
To what, raise that ceiling? If the national debt were a building, we'd be in space.
Oh, for sure. We might be on Mars by now. It's been raised so many times and so high. If you stacked the dollar bills one on top of each other.
Oh, gosh.
I wonder how far they'd reach.
Oh, gosh.
At 31 trillion.
Hold on.
I think haven't we talked about something like this?
Yeah.
It goes like to the moon and back.
What was the thing?
A bunch of times.
If you spend money back to the time of Christ, like $100 a day or something.
Yeah. There's no way you could. If you spent $1 a day.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I don't know.
I
think it was a lot of money.
Yeah,
like more than that.
You'd be back. Was it 31,000 years or something? I don't know. It's probably much more than that. But how'd the reboot go? Are we getting any closer to being able to play Kevin McCarthy?
No, we're going to find out right now
All right.
after this little break.
After this, let's talk about Patriot Mobile. Thanks to your support, Patriot Mobile has emerged as one of the leaders in the parallel economy, and they have big news. They now offer service with all three major networks. That means if you're with the big three and like the service but hate their values, you can access them with Patriot Mobile. They also offer a performance guarantee. If you're not happy with your coverage, you can switch between the three major carriers for free. Isn't that great? Patriot Mobile, America's only Christian conservative wireless provider, offers nationwide coverage on the best 4G and 5G networks. So, you get the same great service while supporting a company that fights to preserve our God-given rights and freedoms. You don't have to have the extra baggage of what Verizon and AT&T are doing with your money. This new year, resolve to stop supporting companies that don't align with your values. Plus, their 100% U.S.-based customer service. You can understand them. They understand you. They know what they're doing. It's great. Go to patriotmobile.com/Pat or call 878-PATRIOT. 878-PATRIOT. It's a little bit different than it was in the past, so make sure you note the change. 878-PATRIOT. Get free activation today when you use the offer code PAT. That's patriotmobile.com/Pat or call 878-PATRIOT.
Pat Gray is unleashed.
Triple 8-900-3393. Can you believe they're actually talking about a $1 trillion coin? Remember who was the congressperson?
It wasn't it.
That was talking about doing $2
Was it
trillion
Rashida Tlaib, I believe?
I think it was Tlaib.
Yeah.
Yeah. She wanted to do $2 trillion coins, and then we're fine.
We're good.
It takes care of everything. Unbelievable. Well, they're talking about doing one again.
It's
madness.
Make it stop. This is where, if there's no debt ceiling,
Right.
we'll just make these. We'll mint these coins. I help us.
There's growing concern that Congress might not be able to reach a deal to lift the debt ceiling. But there's a creative yet unlikely workaround, and that's the $1 trillion coin. As NPR reports, there's one wild idea for dealing with the nation's debt ceiling crisis. If it becomes a crisis, it's always a crisis. Come on. It's known as the $1 trillion coin. The idea leans on a law from the 90s that allows the Treasury to mint commemorative platinum coins
to this
of any denomination they want.
We are a banana republic.
Now that's commemorative coins. That's not for actual U.S. business. That's not actually to supplement our finances. That's a commemorative coin. Come on.
This is pathetic.
Wow.
Pathetic.
So why not just mint a $1 trillion coin and use it to pay $1 trillion worth of debt? It sounds like a joke. In fact, it has been. The TV series The Simpsons. Man, how many things have The Simpsons episodes foretold?
But this comes back to the case that we always say, it's like there is no parody anymore. There's no satire. There's no satire anymore.
Yeah. It's all real.
It has become our reality.
Print a coin worth $1 trillion. Then the Treasury deposits the coin at the Fed and ta-da!
Oh.
There's money to keep paying the bills.
Uh-huh.
And you don't have to worry about a debt ceiling. Here's another $1 trillion you have in one nicely minted coin.
I'm sure that our creditors will love that. China's going to love that.
Yeah, wouldn't that be interesting? Hey, China, here's about half our debt. Here's $1 trillion coin.
And here's
congratulations. Go spend that. Don't spend it all in one place now. All right.
Here's a display case too. It comes with the commemorative $1 trillion coin.
And we'll give you a certificate of authenticity.
Oh.
So yeah, individually numbered and stamped with that certificate of authenticity.
One of two.
I mean, it sounds so asinine.
Help us.
It sounds like it can't be true, but it is, because this is the world we now live in. Wow. So there's also potential economic problems, according to Moody's Analytics chief economist.
Wait, you're telling me
Mark
this
Zandi.
isn't flawless?
Right.
This
Then
plan?
Maybe not. Zandi says, so you own a 10-year bond. You're watching these machinations, these gimmicks, these legal challenges, and you're saying to yourself, there's a pretty good chance I'm not going to get paid at some point in the next 10 years. Therefore, you got to pay me more to take this risk, or I'm just out of here. Investors would demand higher yields or interest rates on U.S. government bonds. Yeah, so you can't do this. I mean, you can't. And be legitimate. Should we still try to be legitimate as a nation?
The fact that we're even... this is even whispered in Washington, D.C.
I know.
It
shows you where we are.
You got to stop making fun of Zimbabwe at some point. Because that's what you are, effectively.
It's really true. And really, people have wondered about that for years now. Are we just going to pay off our debt that way? It goes the way of Zimbabwe and runaway inflation, where it's 1,000,000% inflation, or sometimes 5,000,000% inflation. The Weimar Republic, Zimbabwe, they both had that. So what you could do is just start printing $10 trillion bills, give one to China. There you are.
Cool.
Congratulations.
Stop your bitching. Here's
debt paid.
Here's your debt.
You think they'd be okay with that?
Oh, totally.
No.
Yeah.
I mean,
what do you think, they have like a military to do something about it?
I think they do. Yeah,
you think so?
I think they do.
Do you?
And they may try at that point.
Okay, so you were talking about, hey, how far would the debt stretch, whatever. So if you took just 1 billion $1 bills and laid end to end, it would stretch around the Earth almost 4 times. That's just 1 billion $1 bills.
Okay.
Now, if you stacked $100 bills totaling 1 trillion on top of each other, it'd be 631 miles high.
Okay, so it would go into space.
So
it'd go deep into space, as a matter of fact.
Right. So what are we at now? Like, check the U.S. debt clock. What are we at? 31 trillion.
That's stacking them with $100 bills.
Yes.
So it's 100 times that.
Okay. Now this is now I'm lost.
Now you're talking about going millions, 60 million, 600 million miles. Mm-hmm. How many miles is that?
I don't. I'm
631 miles.
Okay.
Times 100.
Times 100. So that's $100 bills. Okay, so these are dollar bills?
Yeah, $1 bills.
So now we're at 63,100 miles times what? 31 trillion? Where are we at right now?
Yes, times 31.
31.
Wow. My gosh.
Help. Okay. Just times 31, right?
Yeah.
So 1.956 million miles.
Okay. So you're not going to get to Mars, obviously, but you're going to get way past the moon. The moon's 280,000 miles from here.
Did we do that right?
I don't think so. I don't think so. No. What did we miss there? I mean, it's too hard to do the show and math at the same time.
Thank you, Pat.
Yeah, you can't.
You know what? If you're listening to this show, if you're not driving, if you've already gotten the kids ready, then you do the math. And you tell us how far we could get with $1 bills, $31 trillion worth. I want to know, what planet can we get to on that bridge?
Might get to Venus. Might get to Mars. I don't know. I think we shortchanged ourselves on the number of...
There's too many numbers.
Yeah.
It's not fair.
We'll figure it out eventually.
So McCarthy's like, hey, maybe we should stop just printing money just to cover stuff. Let's maybe rein it in at some point. This story about NASA, ironically, we're talking about space, and the spending there is
at NASA?
Every government department, every agency.
They only wasted $35 million on unused software, fines, and penalties. That's only $35 million. That's hardly anything.
Madness. Madness.
Everything's out of control. And that's why when NASA says, yeah, we wasted $35 million, people go, it's not $35 billion, so no big deal.
But, I mean, it's honestly, when you read this story, you think, is there an IT department at NASA?
This
government.
is a place that deals in high tech. You would think maybe Maybe they got an IT department. Maybe they could noodle this out, but no, they can't. Unused software fines and penalties, and its lack of software management exposed the space agency to numerous risks, according to a new report by the NASA Inspector General. The watchdog broke down the $35 million in wasteful spending into $15 million in unused Oracle licenses and $20 million in fines and overpayments. Jeez, come on. Really? I think we can do better than this.
All the things to burn money on. Yeah, we let that license expire. Our bad.
The agency does not have a centralized authoritative database or inventory that tracks what licenses have been purchased. Are you kidding me?
That's amazing.
We've got people who do part-time IT here that know about the licenses. You're getting notices about them all the time. They don't have that at NASA? Come on. Jeez. These shortcomings have resulted in NASA spending approximately $15 million over the past 5 years on unused Oracle licenses. Adequate software management might have prevented the loss of tens of millions of dollars more, the IG determined. Incredible.
It's good, right?
It's good. No, it's good. It's great. Is what it is.
The federal government of the United States is just a well-oiled machine at this point.
Yeah, it is.
Did you see, speaking of NASA and space and all this good stuff, that there was a big earthquake in Mars?
Oh,
it was 4.7 on the Richter scale, and it lasted
fairly
for more
sizable.
Lasted more than 4 hours.
Okay, a 4.7 magnitude quake.
Yeah.
Which would be a Mars quake, I guess.
Oh, yeah, Mars quake.
Not an earthquake.
Excuse me. Yeah.
A Mars quake that lasts for 4 hours, that would probably take a city down.
Yeah.
Even at just 4.7. I mean, 4.7 is that's substantial. It happened in May of 2022. Okay. It released 5 times more energy than any previously recorded quake on Mars. And it lasted for more than 4 hours. I mean, the length of earthquakes on this planet is what? A minute, maybe? Yeah. Maybe it shakes for a minute? 4 hours? Wow. You're going to destabilize everything. So what are we going to build on Mars that is quake-proof? A little something to consider, perhaps.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. Maybe we might take Mars quakes into consideration before we start colonizing Mars. Largest earthquake ever detected on Mars revealed layers in its crust that could indicate past collision with a massive object, such as a meteoroid. Previous data has suggested that the past occurrence of a large impact and the findings offer evidence that might support this hypothesis. You think? Is it possible that a meteor hit Mars? Yeah, I would think so. I would think so. Sometime in the past. Duh. Especially since we strongly believe it once had an atmosphere and now it doesn't. Well, okay, what happened? Could have been an impact, right? Who knows? But they definitely had climate change going on Mars.
Oh.
And that was long before we came around, so you can't blame us. And our climate, by the way, has changed multiple times over the years, long before we were here as well. And so that would lead you to believe that it happens on its own.
Yeah. Do we have the story of the Earth's core affecting climate?
That's a really interesting...
This is right here.
Really interesting. They think that it slowed down and maybe even stopped the Earth core. It rotates. But now they're thinking maybe it slows down, stops, and reverses course. And that's what they think this is doing right now.
This is fascinating.
But it happens over and over and over and over.
Yeah.
Had no idea. Now, the liquid that surrounds it is what produces the magnetic field around the Earth.
Okay.
And so that's really important.
And they think it's like a metal ball in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A really big metal ball.
Yeah. We don't have that yet. We got that.
This?
Yeah.
Okay.
Isn't that the story?
No.
That is?
This is the Google supercomputer.
Oh, no. Somewhere over here is the core thing. Because it might be...
That's right here.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I think this is just amazing. I love this story.
It's really cool. And I hope you're interested, at least, like we are, in space issues.
You've made me much more interested in space
Really?
stuff than I used to be.
Yeah, I think it's really cool.
It is.
And the size of this thing is amazing. The core of the Earth, the solid core that rotates like that, is almost the same size as the moon. Wow. I had no idea it was that big. It's huge. Almost the same size as the moon. And they think it's probably as hot as the surface of the sun, which would be about 11,000 degrees. Not millions of degrees.
Several millions.
Several million degrees, as Gore said, but still hot.
It would be tough walking around.
It would.
If that were the case.
It would. And they don't really know for sure because you can't get down there. It's 3,000 miles below the surface. 3,000 miles. Like from Florida to Seattle. The tip of Florida to Seattle. That's how big
You saying that just reminded me that Bob Corona, who listens to the show, was warning us that tomorrow around 5 o'clock, I don't know, Eastern time maybe, there's going to be a meteor or something that's going to, maybe I have something here, I don't know, that's going to fly close enough. It's going to be the distance between Atlanta and Portland. Like it's a couple thousand miles.
What? From the Earth?
Yeah, hold on. Is this it? Yeah, here we go. You'll love this. It looks like we've just discovered. Yeah, we just discovered these asteroids. Sorry, the asteroid here. This one is 2023 BU. Just discovered it last Saturday.
They know how to name them.
The giant space rock will pass only 2,174 miles above the Earth's surface Thursday around 5:15 p.m.
Jeez.
Yeah. So.
Jeez. So will we see it with the naked eye? You would think, right? How big is it? You don't know that either.
I don't know much.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know. Here's how to watch it live, Pat. All right, you look up in the sky, and there it is.
Oh.
It's between 12 and 28 feet wide.
Oh, okay. 12 and 28 feet.
I don't know.
But at 2,100 miles, you're going to be able to see that.
Right.
Somewhere. So hopefully we'll see it. But it's great that we haven't heard about it until, the day before.
Isn't that amazing?
It's amazing. It's frightening. How is it possible you haven't seen something speeding that close to Earth before now? Mm-hmm. Yeah, our space detection is not as good as I think most of us think it is.
Right.
It's just not.
Right.
All right. 888-900-3393. You might remember, anybody see or remember seeing the movie The Core? It was a pretty forgettable movie. It was back in 2003, so it's been 20 years ago. But they had to tunnel back down to the core because it was switching its rotation. Well, that's not a problem. So I don't know why they thought it was. I don't know why they did that because apparently now they think the core does that all the time.
Yeah,
on a regular basis.
And what does the story say? Like, does it say that they think that the climate is affected by it, or something? Like, I don't know.
Yes.
Like this story is so weird. It goes back and forth between what's causing, I don't know, different changes and stuff. Mm-hmm. I don't know. You take a look at it.
Located some 3,000 miles beneath our feet, the core experiences intense heat on a par with the surface of the sun.
Ouch.
Because it's so remote and difficult to study, the inner core remains one of the least understood environments on our planet.
All right, so they don't know.
Though it's clear that it plays a role in many processes that make our world habitable to life.
But you don't know.
Such as the generation of Earth's protective magnetic field, which blocks harmful radiation from reaching the surface. Okay, well, I don't know if it does anything with the weather, with climate, but it definitely affects the magnetic field, which protects us from the sun. Otherwise, we just burn up. So that's a happy thought.
Yeah, don't ditch that. I want to.
All right.
There's more to that. I need to absorb.
It's a metal ball, 75% the size of the moon. It can spin at different speeds and directions compared to our planet because it's nestled within a liquid outer core.
That's cool.
But scientists are not exactly sure how fast it spins or whether its speeds vary over time.
So they do know or they don't know?
They don't know
what it does.
They really don't know much about it. Again, 3,000 miles under our feet, and there's really no way to study it up close and personal. The ABC way. 888-900-3393. More Pat Gray Unleashed coming up.
Pat Gray.
Welcome. Pat Gray Unleashed. Time to chew the fat with Jeffy. When you get stuck between the moon and New York City, your name is Jeffy. That much is true. When you get stuck between the moon and New York City, the best that you can do, the best that you can do is chew the fat. Jeffy does as he pleases. All right, now it's time to chew the fat.
I don't know why. Every time I
Jeffy.
expect that to keep going.
Keep going? Yeah.
Expect it to continue.
And yet
it never does.
Doesn't every time.
It never does.
Right.
Wow, okay.
I hate to be the one to bring this to you.
What's up?
I mean, you may need to dry your eyes. Okay? But the ancient ruins of Machu Picchu in Peru have been shut down.
Oh, no. Why?
I know. Well, the
I
culture
was just
ministry
planning
said
to
it.
go to Machu Picchu
I
again
know.
for about the 18th time.
Wait, again?
Ah, yeah.
When
We've been
were you
there
there
wanna
last?
protect
17 previous times. Wow. Yeah.
What was the most recent
They
one?
want to protect the safety of the tourists and the
2 weekends ago.
Oh, cool.
You're
Yeah,
lucky.
Yeah.
You're lucky.
Jackie and I go there for weekends.
If you were
every
there
once in a while.
last weekend, you would be stuck there.
Oh,
I mean,
wow.
like 417 visitors were stuck there.
Why?
Yeah, well, the country is in turmoil.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I know. They're in big time turmoil. They're protesting. I mean, they kicked the one president out, right? He was the first Andean region president, and because he wanted to disband Congress in Peru, and they kicked him out.
Oh, yeah, they didn't
And
like
then-
that.
No, they did not.
Huh.
And I mean, that's the same kind of thing that was happening in Brazil too, right? I mean, Brazil is in a turmoil now.
They're
as
upset
well.
that
Yeah.
Bolsonaro didn't win.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, you may have to cancel. Now you
Yeah,
will
now
have to
I will
cancel
have
your
to
weekend
cancel.
plans
Dang it.
because
Darn
I
it.
know
It's a good hike. You know what I mean?
Wait,
there's some
It
beautiful
really
places here in the
invigorates me.
United States.
It's Peru.
I know. Yeah, well, you fly down there and then you hike up to Machu Picchu.
That's what you do.
That's what you do. And
But, so they're upset in Peru? that
helps keep me in the
Bolsonaro
fabulous
lost
shape
in
I'm
Brazil?
in. Yeah, they are.
No.
And-
Yes, that's
yes.
what it is.
Okay,
Yeah.
sorry. I'm looking
We've
for
separated. We've separated the two countries there in that conversation.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm looking for the picture that I talked to you about during the break because I know you'll love it if I find it.
No, I know it'll be great. It'll be great because I've never seen anything like that before, ever. Here we go again.
Yeah.
Mike Tyson being accused of raping a woman
Oh,
after
my
the two
gosh.
met at an Albany nightclub in the 90s,
Oh, okay.
in the early 90s.
Jeez.
She claims Tyson raped her in a limousine, resulting in physical, psychological, and emotional injury in the years since.
Why didn't she say something before now?
I don't know.
Power dynamic.
Power dynamic.
Oh, power dynamic.
Power dynamic.
That's
But
why.
fortunately, the Adult Survivors Act in New York,
Yeah.
that was signed and open until November of this year, she's able to sue.
Okay.
Now. Yeah, she's able to go
Good.
back.
Good.
So she suffered and continues to suffer from physical, psychological, emotional injury.
Now, did she actually say no? Does she say she said no and he went ahead with it anyway?
She said that
Or was she just thinking no but didn't say it?
She said she got into a limousine,
Okay.
and Tyson immediately started to touch me, attempted to kiss me. I told him no
Okay, so
several
she
times
did say no. Okay,
and asked
there you
him
go.
to stop.
Yep.
But he continued to attack me. He then pulled my pants off and violently raped me. That's her claims.
Ooh, okay.
That's her claims.
Well, if he did that, he still needs to pay. He needs to pay the price.
Seeking $5 million in damages. I guess that'll make her feel better.
Yeah. Okay.
$5 million will make her feel better. And of course, she's anonymous because she might be publicly scrutinized. So
You don't want that.
You don't want people to know who you are.
No.
Making complaints against another human being like that.
Now, but there's no criminal liability here, right? Is the statute of limitations gone on this?
It's just for the
Does Mike Tyson
Survivors Act.
have
That's
$5 million?
that's a good question, Pat, because there's another guy suing Mike right now.
Oh,
A former boxer, Mike Landrum, who has filed a lawsuit against Mike for
having the same name?
$115 million.
Okay, because they both share the name Mike.
Well, he claims that he was Iron Mike. He trademarked Iron Mike.
So it is about the name.
In the early 80s.
Gotta be
In the
kidding.
early 80s. Now,
Shut
here you
up.
go.
Okay.
First of all, I don't know that Mike even has 5 million, let alone 115 million.
Right, no way.
And I would say that Iron Mike belongs to Mike Tyson by now.
Uh-huh.
I know.
That's what I would say
Even
as
if
well.
even if you trade, so let's say you actually have proof that you trademarked Iron Mike in '83.
Yeah. And why are we just
Where
hearing
we-
about that
right.
now? Come on, where were
Right.
you in the 80s
Thank
then?
you.
Stop it. I can't deal with the 40-year-old
I
lawsuits.
know.
I can't take it. Stop it.
I know.
Well, and later on, we'll have a story of another boxer who's pushing back on a claim from, oh gosh, what was it, 45 years ago? I don't even remember. It's 70s, maybe?
Wow.
I don't know. We'll find that later.
Jeez.
I mean, it's just incredible.
It is.
So I'm excited about the Summer Olympics coming up in Paris. I don't know about you. I mean, July 26th through August 11th is going to be
Didn't even realize it was
24?
awesome.
Wait, next
that-
year, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
it's not in
Yeah,
23.
Yeah,
Okay.
next year. Oh, see?
What's wrong?
What?
Now you have to wait longer than you even
Yes.
Now you're
Gosh
bummed.
darn it.
thought. You know they do those in even years, right?
Yes. Shut up. I was bummed now. Now I'm less excited about the new breakdancing that's going to be part of the Olympics.
Breakdancing. What is this? The 1984?
it's gonna
Come
come-
on. Breakdancing. Shut
I'm
up.
listening.
It's called breaking.
Okay.
Now we've added skateboarding, BMX, rock climbing to the Summer Games
Wait,
in
we
Tokyo.
added BMX?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, okay. Well, we have a cool video to play later, when the computer works. You'll love it.
No, you're not going to see that. This is NASA. This is NASA. What are we talking about?
I'm kidding, bro. It's so true.
So I'd like you to, if we weren't NASA, you'd see a video of
Breakdancing?
one of the top breakers in Japan.
I want to see
know,
breakers.
I know.
Dang it.
Oh, well.
I have a video that. Yeah, okay, whatever.
I wanted to see the breaker.
Yeah, I want to see the breaker.
She was awesome, too. She's from Japan.
Really?
Yeah.
Do they?
She's one of the
Does
best in
it
the
look
world.
like we remember it from the 80s?
Better.
Really?
Oh, cool.
Better.
Better.
Is it
I mean,
on, like-
seriously better.
Yeah.
What kind of surface do they use? Paint the picture. Walk us through.
A floor.
It's just a
Play
concrete
music
floor.
and then they dance.
The concrete floor.
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds
Beautiful.
reasonable.
Yeah. Yeah, what do you-
Boy, I can just see
I
it
had
in
this
my
sent
mind.
to me, and then I realized that it's 2 years old, but it's worth mentioning because online petition to change Islamabad to Islamagud. Now, someone said, there's an online petition. Well, it's 2 years old, first of all, and it only has 800 signatures.
Oh, we gotta
or
fix
so.
that.
2 years. 2 years. Guessing it's probably not going to happen. Probably not.
How many do you
Change.org is
need to
probably
make the
Well,
change?
1,000 gets you on like preferred status of change.org or something.
Okay.
I'm guessing even then
Even
Pakistan
then,
would
they're
go,
not bound to
no.
do it.
How about a compromise? What if we change it to Islamameh?
Well, Islamabad is in Pakistan, and they've got a big enough problem as it is, right? I mean, they just came out, had a couple 100 million people without power for almost an entire day for the second time in several months. And they, of course, claim that it's aging infrastructure, and that's why we have the blackouts and the outages. But they also...
Islam not so great? Could we
Islam
go
is
with that?
not so great.
Islam
But
okay?
one of the reasons, like they have where they cut the power down, and they often cut the power with low usage hours. So this past weekend, they thought, just shut it off. We just shut it down. And then when
People
it came
didn't like
around
that, huh?
Sunday night, they couldn't turn it back on.
Oh no!
Oops.
Wait, what? We can't turn it back on? So it took them quite a little bit of while to get that bad boy running again. So if there was a lot of hours with a lot of millions of people without power. And I mean,
That sounds Islamabad.
it sounds Islamabad. It does not sound Islamagud.
Doesn't.
I know the petition's still up there at change.org, but it does sound Islamabad. Don't forget to subscribe to my podcast, Chewing the Fat, wherever podcasts are available. Chewing the Fat with Jeff Fisher. Big football weekend. I know you mentioned the games on Monday that happened, but the Jaguars and Chiefs averaged 34.3 million people on NBC and its
Nice.
platforms. I know. I mean, holy cow.
34 point. Was that the biggest? of the
34
day?
points.
No.
They 2.2 1.2 million watch the game a minute across the Peacock and other platforms. Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty incredible. Saturday night, the Eagles game was the blowout. That was the lowest, 28.6 million. Man, they suck. Terrible. Bengals and Bills.
Keeping in mind that 28 million would be normally the number one show of the week.
Huge.
By far.
Huge.
There is no scripted show on television that does better than, I don't think, 10 or 12 million. Yeah. Maybe 16 at the most. If you've had a really
I don't know that you get that
week,
anymore. I don't even know that you get that anymore.
I don't think you do.
In the last 7 or 8 years, that's really dropped.
Yeah.
I mean,
there's just too many choices now, and we've whittled it down, and nobody watches network television anymore.
So the Bengals and Bills game, 39.3
Holy cow.
million.
That's great. Wow.
Dallas and 49ers, the 49ers and the Cowboys.
Right. I bet that was big.
45.7.
God. Pretty good.
That's not bad.
Pretty good.
That's not bad. I know.
Too bad that couldn't be the Super Bowl. Those two teams in the Super Bowl would be fun.
It would be fun.
Yeah.
I mean, we're going to end up with what? Philadelphia, Cincinnati?
Probably.
Maybe. I think
on
San Fran has a chance.
Depends on what's going on with Patrick Mahomes' ankle.
Joey B's not going to lose to Patrick. I'm sorry.
All right.
Patrick Mahomes?
Yeah.
Hot take.
Yeah, just the best quarterback in football.
Who went to the Super
And you're
Bowl last
scoffing?
year? Cincinnati Bengals. We forget that?
Yeah. No, we didn't forget.
Yeah. And where did Joey B win? Oh, that's right. Burrowhead.
Yeah, that doesn't mean
Arrowhead
it's
is
going to
now
happen
Burrowhead.
again. They've won 3 in a row, though, right? Isn't it 3 in a
Yeah,
row?
they look good, man.
Yeah.
They look good.
It's going to be tough, but
I know.
it's tough to win 4 in a row
I
against
know.
a team like Kansas City.
I know.
So we'll see.
And Mahomes is going to be out there hopping on one leg if he has to, right? I mean,
It's going to be 18 degrees
he will
or something.
He will be.
Something. Sorry.
Don't even get me started on that. That is ridiculous. That stupid
should be a dome
that stupid
stadium.
Bills game that they
You're
were
too
on.
important.
Look at the snow. Isn't it beautiful? No.
Boy, it really obscured the view of DeMar Hamlin up in the booth.
Oh, you want to talk about DeMar?
Yeah, let's talk about DeMar. I got
right.
the video here.
Let's talk about DeMar because
Jake,
the
if you wanna-
rumor,
yeah.
the rumors are that first of all, the big rumor was that DeMar is actually dead. Now, I don't believe that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's been fun. Oh,
I
it
don't
has been
believe
a
that,
fun-
but I do believe that. I honestly do believe that he was not at the game.
Okay, so here we go.
Okay.
Really?
This is
So
him
now
arriving.
he arrived at the stadium.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, this is DeMar arriving at the stadium.
Okay, so
Everybody's
he's coming
waiting.
towards you through that
And
door there.
Here comes DeMar.
I know this is a tough, we're high tech.
Oh, there's
here.
even a better one
Oh, okay.
where he arrives.
You see how he's completely hooded
Yeah.
and wearing sunglasses?
Yeah. There's even a better. I mean,
Mask.
there's even a better one where they show him arriving in the vehicle,
Okay.
and you don't see. I mean, nothing. You don't see him.
Hang
You
on,
just
I'll
see the
find it.
jacket. It's fine, and they show his family there, and then they show him up in the suite. Okay. And they go to the TV and look, there's DeMar in the suite, standing up, clapping, showing
And the
heart.
camera's behind him.
Well, that's the second shot. The first shot was just from the front of the suite. It was snowing so hard, all you could see was the shadow of this guy
Yep.
behind all the snow. You couldn't even see, anyway, you just saw the human
That
shadow.
doesn't mean it wasn't him.
No, it doesn't mean that.
No, it
at all.
doesn't, Pat. It doesn't mean that at all.
It doesn't.
And then they showed the camera in the suite of him that shot from the behind.
Okay.
So you never see him.
So, but he cleared it up.
You never see him.
Yeah, but DeMar Hamlin himself cleaned
Well,
it
then
up, cleared
on
it up with his tweet.
Then he tweets. He
Clone.
tweets this clone.
And it's
Now,
just
what's he talking about? Is he talking about the guy in the outfit or the painting on the wall? I mean, I would say that he's talking about the guy.
I love it. I
would say that he's talking about the guy. I mean, I'm just saying, because that would have been, I believe that they were going to, parachute him into midfield at the beginning
Just
of
had
the
a
game.
huge heart of it.
Okay.
They're not going to parachute him.
I know that they're not going to parachute him in, but he was going to lead the team out onto the field anyway. Be there for the fans. I mean, show the fans that he's there.
Yeah.
Right. Not just he didn't stick his head out of the suite. He didn't come out and wave to the fans. Nothing. Right. That's incredible.
So
that didn't happen.
So of course the internet was on fire Sunday night, Monday. Where's the real DeMar? Is DeMar dead? Blah blah blah. I don't know what's going on with DeMar Hamlin. I'm just with you. That was not DeMar
I don't
Hamlin at
think
the
it
game.
was. Now, Josh Allen was questioned about it on some
was he?
podcast on Monday night. And Josh said that was DeMar. Shut up. It was DeMar. Shut up. And
Really?
Yeah,
Did
that's
he
what
come
he said.
Did he come to the locker room,
That's
Josh?
what he said.
Did he come and speak to you guys?
He said that. Josh said that.
Oh, he
That
did.
he
Oh,
did.
Oh, okay.
That DeMar did come talk to the team.
Now he's been talking to the team on streams.
Right.
No,
on
but
FaceTime,
did
whatever.
he address him in the locker room?
That's what Josh said.
Okay.
He did say that happened.
Yes.
Interesting.
Okay.
Okay.
So
So
then
he's in on the
Josh wouldn't
conspiracy
lie.
too.
He's from Wyoming. Well, at least he went to college in Wyoming. You can't lie if you're from Wyoming.
Is that right?
Yeah, it's a rule.
What if you just visited there?
I didn't know that rule.
You could still lie.
Thank
if you
goodness.
just visit. Yeah, so you're okay. You're all right.
All right. I'm safe.
Weird. It's weird,
did
though.
not know that
It's
rule.
Very weird.
You would think he'd be more high
Very
profile.
weird.
Unless they just, maybe he requested he'd be left alone a little bit. Maybe
Well,
he's not
but-
up to it. I don't know.
Okay, so all right, so and they claimed that he moved from Cincinnati to Buffalo to the hospital, and then they said he was going to be released to go home. He still
Yeah.
had to use oxygen. I didn't see an oxygen tank.
Exactly. That's
I didn't
another
see
thing
any
people are
oxygen
talking about. Yep.
with the clone.
Well, he might be, he might be a lot better now. That he doesn't need the
So
oxygen.
much better that
Sure.
he can't go down on the field and wave
Sure.
to everybody.
Well, he might not feel like, performing for people. Who knows? I don't know. I've never had, you've had a heart event.
Yeah.
3 weeks after your heart event.
Oh, he was out
Would
running
you have
marathons.
wanted to, go out and address a crowd?
Making
In
4
the
or 5
freezing
million
cold?
a year, Buffalo Bills NFL player, absolutely,
Would you? Okay. Well,
absolutely.
you're special that way.
And they,
Can we all agree to that?
I
You're
think
just
we can.
special that
I
way.
think we can.
Okay.
Yeah, of course.
You're an
I
Iron
don't-
Man. You're an Iron Man.
I don't understand. I don't understand why that wouldn't happen. I mean, I really don't. It was just
So
it was
what?
just strange.
Yeah. What's your
Strange.
what's your conclusion?
I don't know. I just feel like he was. Look, they claim that he was there, so okay, he was there. Fine. What does it matter if he wasn't or not? I don't know the answer to that.
So
either, 'cause,
weird with
they
that
pretend-
incognito stuff.
Really
though,
weird
man.
with the incognito stuff. I mean, I just kind of believe that he wasn't as well as
Yeah.
they say.
Yeah.
And that perhaps this guy was there.
And if
for
he's
DeMar.
not well, should they not have played the games? And maybe they don't want to deal with that, so they
possible.
pretended he was there.
Yeah, that's
Is
that's
that the
possible.
implication here?
I guess.
that's
Yeah.
that's-
I guess.
Huh.
Just-
All right.
I know.
I don't know.
I know.
Whatever.
They lost anyway. Who cares?
Yeah.
It's over.
Apparently, if he was in the locker room, it didn't inspire
No,
him
it
much
did not.
because they got their ass kicked.
So
Yeah.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
888-933-93, Pat Unleashed on Twitter, and Jimmy Dimples tweets us, I thought Mike Tyson was bankrupt. How will we pay for $5 million? With $1 trillion coin? Mm-hmm. No, that's only acceptable for Congress, not for us. I'm a lickin' butter. I saw a documentary on the center of the earth once. The only thing down there is an ocean, giant lizards, and top secret documents. Oh.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Kara3022 tweets, so when feds print worthless dollars, it's a legal act called modern monetary theory to pay off the debt. But if a tax-paying citizen were to do the same, it's a crime called counterfeiting.
I know. Believe me,
So
I
true.
know.
From Jeremy Cottle, 49ers Chiefs, Jeffy's wrong and Stu will be disappointed in his Eagles.
No way.
Maybe. I'd like to see that. That'd be BYU's Andy Reid with the Chiefs versus the 49ers and BYU's Fred Warner, best linebacker
That's why I want
in the NFL.
49ers Chiefs.
You want 49ers
Just
Chiefs?
because of the Fred
Yeah,
Warner.
right, there you go. Andy Reid
connection.
Yeah.
Allegedly classified Sarah, Chiefs fan, tweets, "Excuse me, Jeffy, Mahomes won that game with one leg. Thank you."
That was this
that-
week.
Put that in your
That was
pipe.
not against Cincinnati.
Smoke it. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Not against the Bengals.
We'll see. Both games are on Sunday, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And I think we're gonna venture out and do the big city games, and so probably won't get a single person on the phone for more on trivia on Friday. So what our game is
Philadelphia, San Francisco.
Philly, San Fran.
We'll have Stu back in here, which
Okay.
Jeffy is looking forward to.
Oh, That's great.
Yeah.
We knew you'd be pleased.
The games are at
great.
3 p.m. and
I'll be
6:30
disappointed
p.m.
if he won't be able,
Okay.
if he couldn't make it.
No, I know you would.
He's taking
already
us to
confirmed.
lunch, by the way, today.
Yeah, he's already confirmed.
Today we're going to lunch, Jeffy. Are you looking forward to that? He's going to pay off his what he owes us.
Sure.
All right.
Sure.
Hey, now we're hearing that they found classified documents at Mike Pence's Indiana home. So, as vice president, he also took documents home.
I mean, who doesn't have?
I know.
Who doesn't have documents at their house now?
Has
Any of
anyone
them.
checked Sparrow Agnew's gravesite?
Right.
Could there be classified
be.
documents in his coffin?
I thought that-
from his time as VP.
I thought that
Maybe.
a French Jeffy tweeted out this morning when this news was going around about Mike Pence that classified documents have been found at George Washington's Mount Vernon home. FBI investigating. That's a great tweet.
That's funny.
That's a
That's good. I like that. You know, there was a lot of classified documents that George took home too.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
pouring
Yeah.
over those things,
But-
intelligence reports and things.
Before we
a lot
get
to go over.
into this other stuff here, you gotta see this video of Lindsey Graham, who was asked about, hey, what's the deal here? Should we look into everybody equally and all this stuff on these classified documents like Trump and Biden and all this stuff? Look at Lindsey Graham's response. His blind spot for Joe Biden is nauseating.
What are your national security questions?
Same thing for Trump. I mean, why did you do it? What were in the documents? How were they held? Who had access to them? Let me just say this. I've known
just say this.
President Biden for a long time. I don't
Yeah, you're an
think there's-
idiot.
I would be shocked if there's anything sinister here.
Oh, jeez.
Oh my gosh!
Get out my face.
What is the deal with him and Biden?
I don't know.
That is weird.
It's very weird.
That's bizarre.
Because remember, we played this, I don't know what
Wow.
documentary it was from a long time ago, where he goes, and he almost cried. Remember, he's in the back of the car,
Yeah.
they're driving around. He's like,
Yes.
he's the greatest person I've ever known.
Anybody who thinks that he's a mean person
Yeah,
or a bad person doesn't know what they're talking
You need to
about.
you need to get your head examined. Ugh. So Lindsey Graham back to being Lindsey Graham now that Trump's gone.
Crazy.
guy, man.
My gosh. That's bizarre.
There's
It's
nothing-
bizarre.
Nothing sinister here.
Are you kidding me?
I'd be shocked.
I'd be shocked.
I'd be shocked if something was something sinister.
I'd be shocked if there's not.
Me too.
Come on. The guy's one of the most corrupt. He's from one of the most corrupt families in American history. So don't give me that. I mean, what garbage.
So I mean, I see that, and it's like, what dirt do they have on Lindsey?
Yeah, something.
What dirt did
Maybe that's what
Donald
it is.
Trump have on Lindsey? I mean, it's just
Also, they're starting to say, you know what? I'll bet you virtually every president.
Right. They all have.
They all have classified documents.
Everybody's got classified. You know
Yep.
what? We've spent years just over classifying documents. That doesn't mean anything.
Yep.
We'll just change the definition of what a classified document is and move on.
Yeah, he doesn't have any super secret classified documents. They're just classified.
They're not mega Doppler classified.
Right.
So you know it's not that big a deal.
Right.
They even went back to Bush and Obama and said both of those presidents are strangely quiet about things right now.
What?
Yeah, whether or not they have classified documents. I think they're both hiding somewhere. They don't want to say anything. Carter probably the same way. I mean, I'll bet you they all have them.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I can see them right now sending their most trusted advisor. Okay, look, you're gonna go down to Crawford. It's in the garage. It's behind the, and the guy's probably calling from the garage or whatever and saying, "Okay, where is it now?" And or maybe it's on on FaceTime. Okay, over here. Yeah, look in that box. I think there's something there. I guarantee you're right. They're on the phone. The former president.
Yep, no doubt. So reporters had some questions yesterday for Andrew McCarthy.
Oh, the Commodore 64 booted up.
Yeah, and he had some interesting answers
Is it
for him. He
Andrew?
didn't hold back. Well, no, it's Kevin. I'm sorry, it's Kevin McCarthy.
Okay.
Andrew is the actor. Pause it for a second.
So
I was confused there for a second. I thought, wait a second, wait.
Kevin McCarthy.
Okay, hey, you get ready to start this over here. Okay, so this female reporter is asking a question off mic, and she's saying...
So it's hard to hear her.
Yeah, so So she's saying, look, if you're so interested in getting, people where they don't belong, why aren't you saying anything about George Santos? So you can play this now. So she's barking that.
You just told us you are keeping out
George Santos, nobody knows who he is.
Is Santos on the Intel committee?
Thank you.
Am I allowing Schiff to be on other
I love how he
committees?
says shift, too, for Schiff.
Go right ahead.
Respectfully, thank you.
Okay, so ask your question.
You have direct power over.
All right, you've got power, yep.
You also will be able to create for your full house.
Did she do the same thing when Pelosi was doing this? Mm-hmm. No.
But you said that lying to us.
Lying to
is
us.
Something that means you should be removed.
Something means should be removed from the Intel
Why
committee.
is it not a factor?
Well, let me be very.
This is a man who should not be on committee. Something you can't have power over.
He's gotten elected by his district. So.
Answer my question.
Whoa.
Okay,
Watch this.
let me be very clear and respectful to you.
Okay, he's
you
not
ask me
taking
a
it.
question. When I answer it, it's the answer to your question. You don't get to determine whether I answer your question or not, okay? In all respect. Thank you.
Good.
No, let's answer her question.
All right.
You just raised a question. I'm going to be very clear with you. The Intel Committee is different. You know why? Because what happens in the Intel Committee, you don't know. What happens in the Intel Committee, although the secrets are going on in the world, other members of Congress don't know. What did Adam Schiff do as the chairman of the Intel Committee? What Adam Schiff did, use his power as a chairman and lie to the American public. Even the Inspector General said it. When Devin Nunes put out a memo, he said it was false. When we had a laptop, he used it before an election to be politics and say that it was false and said it was the Russians. When he knew different, when he knew the Intel, if you talk to John Radcliffe, DNI, he came out ahead of time and says there's no intel to prove that, and he used his position as chairman, knowing he has information the rest of America does not, and lied to the American public. When a whistleblower came forward, he said he did not know the individual, even though his staff had met with him and set it up. So no, he does not have a right to sit on that. But I will not be like Democrats and play politics with these, where they removed Republicans from committees and all committees.
Thank you.
So yes, he can serve on a committee, but he will not serve on Intel, because it goes to the national security of America. And I will always put them first, all right? And if you want to talk about Swalwell, let's talk about Swalwell.
Yes, let's do.
You have not had the briefing that I had.
Yes, please.
I had the briefing, and Nancy Pelosi had the briefing from the FBI. The FBI never came before this Congress to tell the leadership of this Congress that Eric Swalwell had a problem with a Chinese spy until he served on Intel. So it wasn't just us who were concerned about it. The FBI was concerned about putting a member of Congress on the Intel Committee that has the rights to see things that others don't because of his knowledge and relationship with a Chinese spy. They brought it to the works of the leaders. I've got that briefing. So I do not believe he should sit on that committee. And I believe there's 200 other Democrats that can serve on that committee. So this has nothing to do with Santos. Santos is not on the Intel Committee. But you know what? Those voters elected Schiff, even though he lied. Those voters elected Swalwell, even though he lied to the American public too. So you know what? I'll respect his voters too, and they'll serve on committees. But they will not serve on a place that has national security relevance, because integrity matters to me.
Boom.
That's the answer to your question.
There you go. We're done.
That's pretty good.
Nice.
I mean,
it's pretty good.
I need more of that.
That was a good slap down.
Inject that entire answer into my veins.
And in fact, tell us what the problem with the Chinese spy was. Yeah, we know he had a problem with a Chinese spy. What was it specifically? Oh, that's right, sleeping with her for 2 years. Huh.
Well,
that is a problem.
Sleeping with her
Oh,
is
yeah.
a problem.
That's right. No. Hey, Fang Fang.
It was just,
Fang. What up,
yeah,
baby,
it was the pillow talk that was the issue.
Yeah.
The business was not the issue.
You want to go over my report? Fang Fang?
My report?
Yeah. Used to double up on the wordage.
Like pizza?
Like her name, Fang Fang.
Sure.
So the Chinese spy so nice they had to name her twice.
A little Beijing business.
Did you? Oh, stop! Did you catch that? McCarthy tells Jeffries, "Man, you got 200 Democrats. Pick one.
Right.
You just can't have these two.
Yeah,
that's it. And he's not making it a partisan thing.
Right.
He's like, anybody else, you can have at it." And I love to see that kind of attitude.
That was great.
And it better maintain.
That was great. I wonder if that battle sharpened him a little bit, maybe.
It may have.
I find it interesting in that the only thing I have an issue with, and it's not McCarthy, it's, of course, the FBI. The FBI, we're willing to let Swalwell serve. He could be a congressman with this Chinese spy.
Yeah, how is that possible?
That's fine. Oh, wait, he's on the intel? Now we should probably say something. Ugh, FBI.
Yeah, amazing.
It is interesting that they all just turned the other way.
Mm-hmm.
It is interesting.
It is. It is. Yesterday, McCarthy also reiterated that we must negotiate the debt ceiling. Joe Biden says there will be no negotiating. Wow. That's a hard line. Because back in 2011, so this was a massive 12 years ago. How old were you 12 years ago? I was 4.
You were?
I was 4, yeah. So, I mean, it's a long time ago. We all know that. 2011, that's like ancient hit. Were there dinosaurs? I think there were. I think there were.
Yes.
There's a dinosaur nowadays, too.
Yeah.
Right
and he's
here.
about to speak. We're about to hear him. He was the lead negotiator for Barack Obama when it came to the debt ceiling. Here's what he said then.
Okay.
How can you explain this? How can you explain the fact that grown men and women are unwilling to budge up till now, and still some of them are still unwilling to budge by taking an absolute position, my way or no way? That's not governing. That's no way to govern. You can't govern that way. This is a cycle. I predict to you that a lot of those new members who came here with my way or the highway, they'll either be on the highway or they'll learn that they have to have compromise.
Wow.
That seems a little different from his position now.
But, I mean, that was just, you caught him one time there. He didn't.
The other thing is, different guy.
Yes.
Yeah, totally.
Look at the difference.
Wow. You can tell. I mean, the lights have dimmed a lot since then. The dimmer switch has been turned all the way down. And let's see. So that's a one-time event, right?
Yeah, sure, yeah.
So we wouldn't find anything else from 2011 on negotiating the debt ceiling, certainly. Here's what he had to say on another occasion.
The debt limit. And it was, I don't want to use pejorative terms, it was used as the means by which, unless certain compromises were made, we would default on our debt. There's room within the budget to fund those priorities. But it's going to be, what it ordinarily would be, a normal political battle.
He's like, that's the debt limit. That's where we negotiate.
All right. Wow. But today, he won't even consider it.
Nope.
We don't even worry about it. Now, I'm not going to consider any kind of debt ceiling. So just, it should be unlimited. We should, the sky is the limit. And you never run into the sky. I don't know if you're aware of that. There is no actual physical barrier there that you run into.
There's not?
No. Sky's the limit. That's why when they say the sky's the limit, it means it's pretty much unlimited. Yeah. So there you go. Unbelievable.
Gross.
All right. Let me tell you about Nugenics. This is a way that if you're feeling kind of old and frumpy and a little bit not as energetic as you used to be in multiple ways, it's not your fault. As men age, our bodies naturally lose free testosterone. A way to replace that? Nugenics. It's Nugenix Total T contains man-boosting key ingredients like testofen, and it has been validated in 5 clinical studies shown to boost free testosterone levels in men. It makes such a big difference. If you feel, tired all the time, listless all the time, this is a great way to get going again. Now get a complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T when you text 231-231 and enter the keyword unleashed. Text now and get a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, which is their most powerful fat incinerator ever, with key ingredients to help you get back into shape fast. It's absolutely free. So text 231-231 and enter the keyword unleashed. 231-231, keyword unleashed. Texting enrolls you in recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rules may apply.
You're listening to Pat Gray Unleashed.
Some tweets here. Joe's border failure tweets. It's nice that his border failure is recognizing himself right now. That's great. And tweeting. Now that Mike Pence and Donald Trump have acknowledged secured classified documents, how long will it take for investigators to look or even acknowledge the 30,000 documents in Obama's Chicago warehouse?
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's my point, is that they're just...
Yeah. How many do you think? Of the 30,000, there's got to be hundreds at least.
Yeah.
Hundreds of classified documents in there.
There's probably hundreds from Biden too. They keep saying that items.
Six
they call
items.
it. They took items. What are the items?
Yeah, probably boxes.
Storage boxes.
Yeah, right.
Well, how big are the items?
Right. File folders with hundreds of pages each.
We don't know, right?
We
They
don't
just call
know.
them items.
Guido 25 BJJ. Ex-president's shredders working overtime today. That's for sure. From Adrian, Bill Clinton has a box of classified bodies in his Arkansas home.
Oh, no. I thought it was very entertaining yesterday when Edward Snowden tweeted out, "How is it possible that I have fewer classified documents in my house than the last few White House administrations?" I mean, that's the job.
It's great. The deplorable...
How do they have these, especially Biden? What brought this on all of a sudden? That we're just...
I don't know.
Maybe
it's a known thing. You just take some stuff home with you if you want.
Right. It seems that way.
I don't know. Because what kind of secrets are they? I mean, they won't tell us that either. Are they nuclear secrets? Are they, is it the cure to cancer, that secret? Is that what you brought home? And that's why you're going to tell us, I promise you, I'm going to cure cancer.
I think in the case of the Biden family, it's whatever your Chinese overlords are requesting.
It's possible. The deplorable Mr. Jackwagon tweets, Pat said you couldn't lie if you're from Wyoming. Would you like to retract your statement? Liz Cheney? Yes, I would.
That's good stuff.
I forgot about that one really bad resident.
Don't start bogging us down with facts.
Right. Nobody remembered Liz well, except for you, Mr. Jackwagon. All right. Some lady thought it would be funny to mock people, I guess, who've been injured by the vaccine.
This really is
awesome.
So bad.
Tweets out, dedicated to all those fakes and frauds that are shaking because of the jab.
Yeah, this really angered me when I saw this yesterday.
I thought this was verboten. To make fun of people who've been injured.
Well, it's amazing how people
anything.
like her, if you look over her timeline before she blocked me, since I told her to go make the sex with herself and I didn't use those words, they pressure you into getting the vaccine. Right? And they say, we're going to make your life miserable. We're going to ostracize you, keep you from being a part of society. Yeah. And then when someone suffers from it, then you get this treatment right here. This is enraging. It's little fake water. I'm crying.
Okay. I'm ready.
I think the water's real.
Right, thank
the
you.
Tears are fake.
3, 2. In 2020, I received one of those so-called medicines. And my life has been hell ever since.
Okay, I can't even watch
I
this.
am
This is just
requesting
too
that you
stupid
donate
and asinine.
to my GoFundMe to help ease the pain.
Oh my.
I mean, no, I think you said it well when you said go make the sex with yourself. I think that about covers it, doesn't it? Just about covers it. Wow. God, these people are just so hideous.
Yep.
How do we coexist with them when I can't stand them?
Evil, right?
Yes, they are evil. They are. It's just that's a great word for it. That's really the only word for it. They're
word
evil.
applies more than we want it to.
They're evil
because it just does.
Wow.
Speaking of evil,
yesterday on Overtime, we had trouble with the sound of Governor Hochul's bull crap from New York that she still
there's a shortage of healthcare workers.
Refuses to allow unvaccinated healthcare workers to be employed in New York. Check this out.
Our healthcare systems seem in desperate need of staff right now. We've had ambulances waiting 5 hours at our local emergency rooms to unload patients. The hospitals, the nursing homes say they're waiting for DOH guidance on whether they can hire any of those workers back. What's the latest with that?
Well, we're considering all our options with respect to the litigation, so I can't comment on that. But I'll say that last year in my State of the State, we put forth a plan to help retention, also recruitment. And a lot of those programs are just unfolding out $20 billion to bring back the healthcare system, including bonuses for existing workers, helping settle nursing strikes, which I get very involved in to make sure that patients are being cared for. It's a problem, but I don't think the answer is to have someone who comes in who's sick be exposed to someone who can give them the coronavirus. Could be COVID-19. I don't know that that's the right answer. In fact, I'm pretty sure it's not.
Oh, my gosh.
Right. It's the unvaccinated that are spreading it. I mean, was this clip from 2 years ago?
2020?
Yeah.
Like from March of 2020?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Before we even had the vaccine. That's about how ancient that thinking is. Come on. How did she win in New York? They had an alternative. How did she win? Now you're stuck with that idiot.
It's because all the conservative voters had fled to Florida by that point to go and vote for DeSantis. She's insane.
She is.
She's just
she sucks.
Absolutely insane.
She's almost as bad as Whitmer in Michigan. Not quite, but almost as bad.
Pretty close.
I don't know who I'd less like to have governing my state of the two of them.
So if you're in the state of New York and you're having trouble getting admitted into a hospital, getting some care, you can thank your governor who is living in 2021. Not going to let you in if you're not vaccinated.
Morons. Absolute morons. 888-900-3393. More Pat Gray Unleashed coming up. That's not obnoxious at all, is it?
No, I like it. What is so fun is when they put the podcast up later and it's a completely different bumper. And so you're going, and the song's going.
Why would it be a completely different bumper?
Why does it have to be different?
Bro, I don't make the rules.
Okay, that's weird.
The podcast should start with the rejoin.
That is
music.
weird.
I know it should.
That's the separator.
Hey, but before you get into whatever you got going on over there, have you seen the latest excuse for why so many blood clots are happening? It's definitely not the vaccine. Okay?
Okay.
Well, we know that.
What is it? I mean, we knew. Yeah, you're telling us. You're preaching to the choir there, my friend.
Here's the headline: Blood clots. A compound found in eggs linked to an enhanced risk of blood clotting.
What?
Oh, it's a good thing we can't.
Compound
it's a good thing we
found in
can't
eggs.
find any eggs.
Yeah.
Well, it's a good thing we just started eating eggs recently, because
that explains it.
That explains it. Jeffy, for instance, when did you have your first egg?
First egg, Jeff.
Your first egg. When did that happen?
I don't know. It was like 6 months ago.
6 months ago.
Like
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I started a year and a half ago eating eggs. Yeah.
Well, that lines up with the blood clotting data here.
Yeah, it does.
A couple years we've been eating eggs in a society.
We've been eating eggs forever, and now all of a sudden.
Well, there's a compound that you find in it.
Shut up.
It is they try so hard to explain away what is happening to our society.
That's I bet you in that story, that compound, you have to eat 8 billion eggs.
Yeah, to
over
make
the
any
course
difference.
of 5 years.
It is so much
to
gobbledygook.
make a difference.
I'm going to find out if that's in here. Yeah, that's a great point. Yep.
Well, that's how everything we eat causes cancer, because they overfeed rats with whatever substance.
Correct.
1 million times more than any human would ever ingest that whatever substance.
Right.
Come on. Just look into the vaccine. Let's see if that's causing it.
Oh,
wait.
By the way, we have a 37-year-old Australian Olympian and rugby player who has died suddenly, Simon Dunn.
Eggs? Did he have eggs that morning?
It was probably,
sunny side
too
up.
many.
Yeah, too many eggs.
That's what'll do
If you have more than one egg for breakfast, forget it. You're going down.
Yeah. Look, you heard it here first.
Eggs. Yeah.
Okay.
Eggs are killing a lot of people right now.
I thought this was a good point that Pat Head Kara 3022 sent us. If all these sudden deaths were in the unvaccinated population, it would be on the news 24/7.
Yep.
Amen.
Oh, that's for sure.
Eggs.
I saw,
that's all I can say.
Seriously.
I saw an interesting post on one of the social media sites the last couple of days. Remember the days when we
didn't eat eggs?
You could throw eggs and toilet paper at your neighbor's house when you were mad at them? Don't do that anymore.
Oh,
man.
you don't.
No.
Don't even. I
Don't
need
do
those.
it anymore. No.
You don't want to waste that stuff.
Right. You do that to somebody, they'll get mad, not because they have to clean up. It's because, look, what are you doing wasting this?
Right.
That's gold.
They'll save all the toilet paper they take out of their tree.
Yeah. Plus, if you throw eggs at
what a
somebody's
world.
house, blood clots.
Yeah,
See,
right.
Yeah, you don't want to be on the hook for that.
Yeah, you don't want that.
No.
Because the compound just stays there forever
Stays there
until
forever.
somebody comes along and then it jumps into their body.
Good luck selling that house.
Remember last year when Joe Biden said this about the pandemic?
Oh.
Here it is.
Okay.
The pandemic is over.
It's over.
The pandemic is over.
The pandemic is over.
The pandemic and
The pandemic is over.
It's over.
Okay.
That was pretty definitive.
He
It's
doesn't
over.
even remember saying
It's over. Oh, of course he doesn't. But yesterday, here's what Karine Jean-Pierre said. Nope, we're still
COVID
in it.
isn't over. We've been very clear about that.
No, you haven't. Your president was very clear about the opposite.
Wait, what did she say? The pandemic is not over?
Let's hear it again. She went by pretty fast.
COVID isn't over. We've been very clear about that.
Yeah, they've been
COVID
clear
isn't
about that. Been so clear.
She always adds that. We've been very clear about that.
Oh, by the way, I take back my theory from yesterday that I shared. She was back to her normal self. Like she just had that one day of saying, he said this, he said that. Now she's back to, I don't know, call the council, the White House council. Leave me alone.
Wow.
So I don't know. Whatever. She's a joy.
I don't understand why somebody doesn't help her. Throw her a life raft, preserver,
a lifeline.
The circular thing that's on
not
a
just a
line that's
line.
attached to the
Not just a
Lifesaver, a float, a rafty thing.
Throw her something. Somebody help her.
Okay, now
a life preserver. A life raft?
Thingy,
I don't know
thingy.
why it keeps
save
wanting
her.
to come up life raft. Throw her a life raft, somebody. Can't somebody help her is my point.
Right.
I mean, if we have to put up with her every day,
Right.
please somebody give her some answer.
And maybe
that
they
makes any
are, but it
sense.
doesn't seem like she's
Here's what
getting
you do.
better.
Here's what you do. You drag somebody. You demand. If you're KJP, say, look, I'm done. I'm done if you guys don't send me up there with someone to answer these questions. And we're going to go up there, and once a week, the press will know this is the day that White House counsel is going to take questions before, because that's what she does. When you see Jennifer Granholm or some secretary up there from the cabinet, they come up there, they answer questions specific to that topic. The press has got their fill for the day. Then she takes general questions that they ask. Bring a lawyer up there for Biden every day or every week, once a week. All right, here's your chance, press. Ask your questions, okay? All right, thank you, attorney, whatever. Now I'll get back to the other stuff going on.
Yeah, well, all the questions right now are going to be about the documents. So, yeah, if you can't, bring the White House counsel up there and let them answer the questions.
I'm a fan. Now she needs a booker. She's going to bring in guests every day.
Or just stop doing the White House press briefing.
Don't give them that option.
Well, I mean, Trump did for a while.
No.
I'd rather not see her.
I know
than
they
have
like
her
to say that
stand
Trump,
there.
they were talking that
press
Biden hasn't had a press conference in, 70 or 80 days or something like
But that was
And Trump didn't have one for a day, 300 days or 200 days or whatever it was. I was thinking about that. But Donald Trump faced the press
every day,
damn near every day,
by himself. Yeah,
just walked every day.
Every day he was going out to the helicopter or wherever
he was
stopped
at. He stopped and talked to all of them.
Yeah,
every
he
day.
loved it.
But hang on, we're talking about two different things. We're not talking. The White House press corps there with KJP, Sarah Huckabee Sanders was out there and others, every day. That's what I'm talking about. They're going to go out there. That may be a mandate thing. I have no idea.
They didn't do it every day
they didn't
for a while.
Do it. Yeah, they stopped it for a while.
They did. But, I mean, you don't have to do it. It doesn't have to be done. But if you're going to do it and you're going to just stonewall every single day, what is the point?
Right.
What's your point? To just have her stonewall the press every day? You're just pissing them off. Which is maybe a good thing, because maybe they'll actually all start asking tough questions instead of just Peter Doocy now. Also, the World Health Organization.
Love them.
These guys are so pro-America.
Love
them.
Oh.
You got to love them, don't you?
Yes.
Because they love us. So Dr. Tedros wants us to be afraid, be very, very afraid.
I mean, this is
of COVID-19.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're still trying to do this.
Surveillance and genetic sequencing have declined dramatically, making it more difficult to track known variants and detect new ones.
It's tough to track those variants, man.
And there is a torrent of pseudoscience and misinformation circulating.
Yeah, from you.
Which is undermining trust in safe and effective tools for COVID-19.
There are no safe and effective tools.
My message is clear. Do not underestimate this virus.
Okay.
It has and will continue to surprise us, and it will continue to kill.
Okay, now pause it right
unless we do more to get.
Okay, yeah, so we got to do that. Now, look, if you don't fall for this warning right here, he's got something else to scare you with. So just be listening to that. So right now is his vax pitch, but then keep listening. It's fun.
Health tools to people that need them and to comprehensively tackle misinformation.
Okay. Go ivermectin. What?
COVID-19 is not the only threat facing humanity.
Oh, hell, what now?
Since the turn of the year, I have spoken about the myriad threats that demand an unprecedented response, from cholera to conflict to the climate crisis.
Oh, climate crisis.
Cholera and the climate crisis. Can I sell you on those? If I can't get you on board with COVID-19 here 3 years plus later, can I sell you on cholera and climate change, on ways to control your life?
I'm buying them. I'm buying cholera, and I'm going to buy climate change, yes.
Unbelievable. Just let it go.
Oh, my God.
These are merchants of fear. That's all they are.
I can't find this. They've said that the vaccine for monkeypox is not a silver bullet. They're having breakthrough cases of that now. And the thing I found interesting as well is what he's preaching this now, but Japan just said that they're backing off on COVID and they're treating it just like the flu. It's an every year thing.
Which is what we have said for
we're done.
2 years
Japan's
now. That's what we should do.
Yeah.
Just treat it like the flu.
And he talked about the tools. We gave you the tools. It's called the vaccine. So roll up your sleeves. You got the tool. But maybe it's not that good because the variants are so tricky. But still, that's all we've got. I sent both of you guys. I'm sure you haven't had a chance to look at it. It's a 13-minute long video on how the concerted effort against ivermectin happened. And it is so nauseating to see, and enraging, honestly, to see how they stopped this treatment, which could have saved so many lives. And instead, they had a vaccine in the works. They had to get ready to pitch. And this video I sent you doesn't even include the clip. Remember the doctor that we played on Overtime a few weeks ago, who's like, yeah, they knew that ivermectin was the way to treat this. Fauci knew this because we knew years before this outbreak happened that this is how this will work. This is safe. This is effective. But no, we got companies we need to promote here. So anyway, I tweeted that out if people want to check that out.
I love how they continue to call the vaccine. I mean, say what you will about it. It is not effective.
No, it's not.
But you can say it's completely safe if you want to. I mean, we all know that's a total and complete lie. There's plenty on the VAERS website to show you that it's not totally safe. But effective? You can't call it that.
No.
It is not effective.
No.
It's not stopping the transmission of this virus. So stop with your lies and your BS on the vaccine.
Yeah, let alone the under cause of health issues from it.
Right.
Brought on. Forget that for just a second.
Yeah, let's just say.
It doesn't stop the transmission.
Does it stop me from getting it? No, it does not. My wife got the vaccine. She got the virus. Just like I did. So was it any good? I don't know. Jeffy has gotten the vaccine.
The first two
fully
rounds.
Vaccinated, not
COVID.
boosted.
No.
But then you got COVID.
Yeah.
So
now, would it have been worse, better, less?
Who knows? Yeah, who knows? There's no way to tell, really. No way to tell. But most people who have gotten the vaccine have also gotten the virus. Is there anybody who is COVID free at this point? I think everybody I know has gotten it. Virtually everybody I know.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. Well, Glenn got it twice, but he didn't get vaccinated. Right? Same here.
My wife had it.
I got it once.
My wife got it. She's not vaccinated. My kids, I think my youngest son, Max, I don't know that he ever got it. I don't think he ever did.
Oh, really? Is he
Now that I
vaxxed or
think
not?
about it, no.
He's not vaxxed. Not vaxxed and did not get it.
No.
Wow. That's interesting.
My daughter, I think, got it. I don't know that we tested.
That's it. That's what you do. You don't. You stop testing. You don't test anymore. Screw
I'm
that.
for sure not testing anymore. But I don't think Max ever did. No, I don't think Max ever did.
Oh, yeah.
And he's not vaxxed.
My youngest son hasn't gotten it either.
Yeah.
So,
but
he did have.
I've got pure blood.
Yeah.
From my son right now on sale, top dollar.
My son did have pig flu, which is related, right? It's a SARS. It's in that family. And so they said if you got the pig flu, then you might have some immunity to this. And so far, he hasn't gotten it. I don't know.
And don't forget, there is ample evidence to suggest that those who are vaccinated are the incubators for these variants that are spreading.
I don't think Elvis got it either. No, I don't think Elvis got it either. I don't think Elvis and the girls and his wife. I don't think they got it either. I think they've been COVID free too, and they're definitely not vaxxed.
He's not a big fan.
Good luck. No, he's not a fan. He is not a fan.
Huh. I can imagine he might have a strong opinion on.
He does have a strong opinion,
and maybe a few other things.
Yes, he does.
Yeah. But they're warning us. I mean, bad things coming. Thank you, WHO.
Yeah, I'm glad that he's trying to scare the crap out of us again. That's good.
And then we've got the Doomsday Clock. My gosh, Pat.
The Doomsday Clock.
Did you see that yesterday?
I did not see the Doomsday Clock.
Oh, my goodness. It's over, y'all.
They moved the Doomsday Clock closer to midnight. Now, midnight is when Doomsday happens.
Yeah. That's bad stuff.
Closer than ever before.
It's on. Yep.
So here's the Doomsday Clock moving.
The members of the Science and Security Board moved the hands of the Doomsday Clock forward. Largely, though not exclusively, because of the mounting dangers in the war in Ukraine.
Who are these doofuses?
I don't
the
know.
clock forward, the closest it has ever been
awkward
to
thing
midnight.
I've ever seen.
It is now.
Bunch of boomers standing there. Like, what do I do with my
90
hands?
seconds to midnight.
Oh,
90.
The big reveal.
Wow.
Hello?
Look at them. Look at them.
They're just standing there like statues.
What are they supposed to do? Dance?
I don't know. Smile? Of course you can.
It's
Smile
a Doomsday Clock.
when we're a minute and a half to midnight on the Doomsday Clock.
We are so close to Doomsday that we had the phrase "it's on" during the show, and no one said like Donkey Kong. That's how close we are to the Doomsday Clock.
Oh, that's what
I'll
you
tell
were all
that.
sad about
See?
over
I
there.
don't freaking believe it.
See? Mm-hmm.
I believe
That
it.
is the most awkward
it's
thing.
on.
90 seconds to midnight.
Do we know? Are these people
Climate change. What was it? It was climate change. Ukraine, and what was the other thing that they cited there as to why they felt compelled to?
The war.
What was it?
Ukraine, right?
Ukraine, climate change.
change.
Was it
COVID.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Nuclear weapons.
Okay.
Climate change. Infectious diseases. It's those three things.
I'm with Jeffy. I think Jeffy said earlier off the air, you just put it at midnight.
Yeah,
Put it at,
right.
Let's just get it over with. I mean, have you seen the
We're
world we live
here.
in? We're at midnight.
Yeah.
Who
are these people, though?
They
I do want to know.
They're
who these
experts in
people
their
are.
field of doom.
I would like to know how they got
here's their
chosen
names.
to unveil the clock.
Yeah, how do you get chosen? That's a great question. Hang on a second. How do you get chosen?
Conference and National Press. It has their names here.
Okay, well, give me
The
one
guy
of
on the
them.
left is Siegfried Hecker.
Okay, I'm going to look up.
I love
Sig.
Siegfried.
And Siegfried is happening.
Sig and I go way back. Way back.
Really?
Yeah.
Siegfried
Really?
Hecker.
Yeah.
Well, he's he's from Case Western Reserve University,
Okay.
as you know. He's a professor emeritus in the Department of Management, Science, and Engineering.
I could have told you that.
Could have said, well, why don't you just
Yeah,
jump in
Pat's
there?
been friends
We
with
go back.
They're way back, yeah.
Yeah. Case.
And you got any other names here? I don't know how he got in that club, though.
With, Daniel Holes.
HOLZ. Okay.
Daniel
He's the
Holes.
young one.
Okay, he's standing there. Yeah, he's
Right there. Well, he looks a little out
He's
of place.
He's a professor at the University of Chicago. Oh, okay.
Wow.
Right.
Okay.
Sharon Squassani.
How do you spell?
Squassoni.
Okay. That's the one next to the young guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And then on the other side,
Elliott School of International Affairs.
we have
so these are just
Mary Robinson.
Mother Time.
Mary Robinson. Mary Robinson. She goes by Mother Time.
We've got Mother Time and
Elba Gador.
Okay.
Elga Gador Tasaki.
She's an atomic scientist, I guess. Oh, she's connected to the United Nations High. What now? She's the first woman president of Ireland and former UN High Commissioner for Human Rights.
Which one?
The UN.
Mother Time or
Mother Time?
Mother Time.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, if you're connected to the UN, you are.
You're golden.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So golden.
So golden.
What was the fifth name?
Al Magud.
ELBEGDORJ.
Okay.
TSA.
Oh, he's a politician from Mongolia. Oh, used to be the president of Mongolia.
The former president of Mongolia and the former president of Ireland?
Yeah, they're part of the Doomsday Clock.
Wow,
Club,
good. All right.
Which is, I mean, look at that. I mean, that's a party.
Some impressive people there.
That's a good time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You see those five, you know you're partying.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody order another round of drinks.
Who would you rather party with than those five? Ain't nobody.
I can't think of one.
Ain't nobody.
Most awkward.
Hello.
Wow, this is.
The members of the Science and Security Board.
Look at them.
Okay.
Look at them, just
the Doomsday
ready to
Clock
party.
Forward. Largely, though not
What do I
exclusively,
do with my hands? Love you,
because
Doc.
of the mounting dangers in the war in Ukraine.
Okay.
We moved the clock forward the closest it has ever been to midnight.
The thing is, we don't even see them move the clock.
Right.
I know.
Right.
That's just
Okay, you know what?
seconds
All
to
right,
midnight.
somebody needs to Photoshop. I want a before and after. I want them standing there, and then I want them lowering the cover there, and then it's that MLK statue from Boston.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Oh my goodness!
I was hoping for at least somebody to turn around, maybe even Mother Time, just to turn around and go.
Right.
Do something.
Give us anything besides the most awkward. 5 people. That's the most awkward collection of 5 people at a time ever.
It just might be. It just might be.
Good Lord.
I love the former Mongolian president. He looks awesome.
Mm-hmm.
You really want to sit down and have a beer with him.
You do, because he's asking, why am I even here?
I don't even drink beer, but I'd start.
Oh,
if he would have a beer with me.
Really?
I would
make this
start
happen.
drinking
Jeffy
beer.
has connections.
Yeah.
Jeffy could totally make this happen.
If you could make
I swear,
an appointment for
if
me
I could get the
and him
Mongolian guy in here
at a bar.
Yeah. Let's make it.
I'll
Jeffy,
have
make
a
it
beer
happen.
with him.
If
Jeffy,
I could
make
make
it
the
happen.
Mongolian guy come in here.
Okay. So if I get you his email address or his assistant's email address,
invite him in.
Absolutely. We'll have a beer?
We'll get a couple of buds.
Have a beer summit?
Yeah, we'll have a beer
Wait,
summit.
he's on Twitter. Hold on. He's on Twitter. Let's see. His DMs aren't open. Plus, I don't know how to type Mongolian. So
There's an app for that.
There's an app for that. Yeah, he tweets.
I'll bet there
and,
is, too. Yeah.
this is going to be
all right.
tough.
So we're 90 seconds to midnight.
Yeah, that's the
Everybody
now that's the thing, right?
panic.
Yes, thank you.
Let's not miss the main thrust
you.
Oh
of
yeah.
this
Oh, don't
story.
bury the lead. I apologize for getting this. Task.
We're all about to die in 90 seconds. Well, 90 seconds, time, global time, whatever. I
feel like
doomsday time.
Like Jeffy, I think we're there.
Time.
We're already there. We're living under this Biden administration. Mm-hmm. We're kind of. It's It's fun.
Mm-hmm. Also, George Foreman has countersued his sexual abuse accuser for defamation. I like it when they fight back.
Yeah.
And when they don't just take it, well, it's her truth, and I don't want to diminish her truth. If you didn't do it, tell him you didn't do it.
Right.
I didn't do it. And that's what he's saying. So, good for him.
Yeah, no kidding.
Foreman filed his countersuit Monday against his accuser, Gwen H., who had initially sued the ex-boxer last summer. She and another woman claimed Foreman groomed and even sexually abused them when they were still underage.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember when the story broke?
He says, absolutely not. I did not do this. So, according to the lawsuit, Foreman claims the allegations repeated in the news conference are entirely fabricated, and she has zero corroborating evidence in the form of documents, photographs, letters, or witnesses to support the false claims against him. Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
He said, you're dragging my name. I'm losing sleep. Let's go. I'll see you in court.
Good for him.
Hope
You know,
it's
if
true.
you didn't do
true.
it. Yeah, I do too.
Yeah. Nicest celebrity I've ever met right there.
Oh,
George
he's
Foreman.
awesome. Him and Jerome Bettis are the two nicest guys I've ever met who are celebrities. All right, we got overtime coming up.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.